So in this video I will talk about should you follow nature or medical professionals. So I recommend you not to follow the propaganda, because this would be consequences will be too awful. Okay, let's go. This at least, for example, this slide shows you like nutritious diet. It is completely unhealthy diet in my opinion, but okay, it's my opinion. I'm not medical professional. As always, recommend you to download a video from the link in the description, so you can make your own research. Don't rely on my opinion. I have PhD in physics and mathematics. I work in biology last 5 years, mostly for my own benefits, to live longer and healthier life. And I don't follow medical professionals or any advice in our propaganda at least 25 years. And so I stay healthy, relatively strong. So it is improving. Over time it is improving. If I do something with medical professionals, I made a vaccine a year ago, and it was devastating. Not COVID, but vaccine against rabies. Okay, so let's go. Research into extending human longevity is becoming increasingly popular, with a growing focus on improving health span. So living longer in good health, again, this is just some blah blah blah. It is improving health span. It is nonsense. Okay, and developing interventions through lifestyle, genetics, and regenerative medicine. We observe the growing interest in healthy aging and lifespan extension, with 3.6% increase in publications related to healthy aging between 2023, it's quite a lot per year. Much of the research has the purpose of generating money by proposing supplements and rejuvenation procedures for health and longevity. However, expensive procedures like stem cell therapy, bone marrow transplantation, and young blood transfusions have limited clinical evidence on long-term rejuvenation effects in humans. Also, a number of proposed supplements for rejuvenation appear to be excessive. Okay, so let's go. So despite more and more money go to expenses to the healthcare, or so-called healthcare, I would say disease care, the annual average, so life expectancy drops in developed countries. The only country which is relatively good and have extending and then it is improving longevity, it is Hong Kong. I was talking about Hong Kong a little bit before, and why they live longer? Because they eat a lot of meat, by the way. So a lot of meat and so-called monosodium glutamate. Monosodium glutamate, again, not recommended by medical professionals, but in Chinese culture it is very common, and I use it myself also. Okay, let's go further. But okay, pardon. So again, what we see from internet or propaganda, this is blue zone myth. It is absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. It is this diet, or like blue zone diet. It doesn't work at all. It is just myth. Okay, let's go. Considerable average lifespan extension for rodents was observed with ascorbic acid. Yeah, okay, so even rodents can produce own ascorbic acid, but yet, again, ascorbic acid increased lifespan. So it is, you see that humans don't produce ascorbic acid, vitamin C, and then we need a lot of vitamin C. Vitamin C for sure will extend your lifespan. I consume up to 20 grams of vitamin C or ascorbic acid a day, and so I feel good. So it's very healthy. It's very good for health. So royal jelly, okay, royal jelly is expensive. For sure, it is very potent medications. If you can use it, okay, but you need a lot of it, by the way. Taurine. Almost 15% increase. Taurine is a part of to reduce the resistance, oxidative stress. So I also consume a lot of taurine. NAC, so-called NAC, also very, very important for health. And calcium pantothiate, it is vitamin B5, okay, it's also work. Berberine, reduce sugar in blood, and almost 19.5%. Melatonin. Melatonin also very healthy because it is improve your health, and not only health, but improve your sleep, and recovery during the sleep is very important. Unfortunately, problem with melatonin recently that China was producing melatonin, and then already a few years I tried to buy melatonin from them. They are sending me some fake product. It is not any longer available from China. I don't know what to do, because you have to consume a lot of melatonin, few grams a day, and I cannot rely on some pills which have 2 to 5 milligrams of the melatonin. So I don't know what to do with it. However, despite these investments, lifespan extension has observed. Lifespan extension was observed only for few following supplements: NAC combination with glycine. So, and this is a combination of glycine in dose 6 grams for human, 60 kilo, and NAC is about 8 grams. Yeah, well, 8 grams maybe, okay, I don't consume 8 grams, but maybe 5 grams, 4 grams, 5 grams. So you can go to the publication and read it. Melatonin, as I said, up to 1 gram was this was used in some research, but actually up to 2 grams it is okay. Alpha ketoglutarate in dose 2 grams for extension of lifespan, maximum life extension 10%. Instead of alpha ketoglutarate, I was doing some video about this. Instead, you can use citric acid. Taurine, 5 grams, extending 7% in clinical trials. Yeah, it's good. Other popular supplements including CoQ10, alpha-lipoic acid, and nicotine mononucleotide, and nicotine riboside, and curcumin, fish oil, vitamin E, aspirin, quercetin. No effect, no improvement. It is no change. Does not change lifespan or reduce it, especially it related to vitamin E and some aspirin also. Okay, let's go. So this is the data about taurine. Taurine is working in mice, working quite interesting, so quite well. So, and metformin is, again, metformin, there were a lot of hopes that metformin is anti-aging supplement. No, it doesn't work for mice, and also for humans. No improvement. But berberine, instead of metformin, berberine can be used. Nature demonstrates to us that longevity is not genetically predetermined. Queens of bees, ants, and termites may live 100 times longer than working individuals with the same genetics as the queens. Okay, so not only insects, but also some mammals may live much longer. The bowhead whales live more than 200 years and primarily consume zooplankton, especially krill. Krill is a rich source of high-quality protein, fatty acids, and chitin. Chitin is a type of dietary fiber. Digestion times in whales are from 15 to 18 hours. Imagine it is so big animal, and digestion times is so short, 15 to 18 months. So we have to learn something about this. So the short gut transit time is healthy. Okay, so instead, some people, like people who follow strict carnivore diet, they have digestion times 5 days. Imagine, this is not healthy at all. So this is why I propose something different from carnivore diet for elderly people. Okay. So microbats which hunt for flying insects also have short digestion times, only a few hours. or even shorter. This rapid transit of foods along with simplified digestion tracts in microbes and reduced intestinal tissue because the structure of the gastrointestinal tissues are very simple. It helps to reduce the body mass because they're fine. So this is, but due to the short digestion times, production of toxins in the colon from undigested protein is suppressed. Again, microbes cannot digest protein from flying insects. It just go out. It just go out, and but they rely more on. They rely on fat as a source of energy and hemolymph as a source of amino acids. So okay, here I keep in apiary also, and so I have good experience with keeping bees, and queen can live up to 7 years, while working bees live in 3 months mostly, not longer. And why? Because the diet is different. Okay, so this is indication that diet is very important. This is a Bowhead Whale. They consume krill, and this microbes in Thailand. A lot of microbes at night. You see they flying catching insects. So flying insects are packed with protein, fats, and chitin. Yes, but again, and fermentation of chitin in the gut by beneficial gut bacteria produces short-chain fatty acids, but unfortunately it is again for bats it doesn't work. But at least it gives some volume and accelerates the digestion time. I mean accelerate the gut transit time. Okay, that also these fatty acids, they are good. They include acetate, propionate, and butyrate, which reduce gut transit time and production of toxins in the colon, at least for mammals. Butyrate improves gut health by providing energy to colon cells, promoting the production of mucus and the proteins which are responsible for tight junctions between the cells in the epithelium layer and reduction of reducing inflammation. Also, butyrate can go to brain and all organs can use butyrate as energy. Hemolymph of the insects is a watery fluid which is transport nutrients. It is rich amino acids, fatty acids, sugars, some proteins. Concentration of amino acids 500 times higher than in blood of humans or animals. So it is really a good source of amino acids. Microbes can live up to 40 years compared with 1-2 years of longevity of mice in the wild. And they primarily rely on these mice rely on plant-derived carbohydrates as source of energy. Microbes rely on this hemolymph and fat. So you see difference. You see difference. So this indicates what we should do. Okay, this is some sources of chitin. You can get chitin from seafood and also from mushrooms. Okay, and the mushrooms have also other useful and beneficial supplement, the beneficial components. Okay, so it's mushrooms. I try to eat mushrooms. Yeah, okay, it is good. It is good, but you have to care about taking good mushrooms. While the most common cause of death in the wild mice is predation, laboratory mice develop cardiovascular or kidney issue and also cancer. They die almost the same from the same causes like humans. So again, you can draw a conclusion that you live as short as mice. In mice, the total transit time is only 6-7 hours. It is relatively short. The mice is also very small, but it is 10 times faster than in humans. But however, despite the short digestion times in mice, natural toxins from seeds and plants and polyunsaturated fatty acids from seeds again ignite inflammation and potentially reduce the longevity of wild mice. So, okay, the short gut transit time is very, very beneficial, but it is actually the other things are important, like krill has no toxins, for example. Naked mole rats, they live 35 years, and blind mole rats live about 30 years. They eat the starchy interiors of tubers as primary energy source and rely on starch fermentation by the gut microbes. So the fermentation of resistant starch, which is from tubers, in the gut by beneficial bacteria produces short-chain fatty acids. So okay, you see also the diet of naked mole rats, they are like vegetarians, but they consume bacterial protein and they rely as a source of energy on the short-chain fatty acids, in particular butyric acid. So this is naked mole rats, okay, and this is blind mole rat. So naked mole rats also practice eating their feces, which is called coprophagy, to extract more of the necessary nutrients from their diet. These feces contain bacterial protein and short-chain fatty acids. This is what I say. No need to eat your feces. You can get amino acids and bacterial protein. You can buy it. You can buy it as supplement. It is much cheaper than meat. At least in Thailand, it is so. 3-5 times cheaper than meat in dry weight. As a source of short-chain fatty acids, human may consume butter. Yeah, highly recommend. In total, milk butter contain about 11% of short-chain fatty acids and 4% of butyric acid, which gives it a unique flavor and aroma. And again, butyric acid is very healthy, so I highly recommend you to eat a lot of butter. Humans also may add dietary sources of chitin, such as mushrooms and resistant starches, prebiotics, and food for beneficial bacteria in the colon to produce not only short-chain fatty acids, but also a number of vitamin B, type vitamin B. And it is very, very also important nutrients, and vitamin K also. So you can go to the publication, read the more details. Potato starch. I consume cassava starch, but it is almost the same. Potato starch and cassava starch. I mean, this cassava, it is, they call in Thailand cassava. It is, so, and it is very cheap, about $1 American per kilo. So it contains the highest amount of resistant starch, which is about close to 70%. So it is highest amount of resistant starch compared to other sources, and studies show that value about between 50 and 70%. So okay, but again, you consume potato starch, some part of the starch can be digested in the small intestine. So to stop it, you have to combine it with ascorbic acid. Okay. Okay, this is this resistant starch works as a food for beneficial bacteria, and beneficial bacteria produces these vitamins B and K, and also they produce short-chain fatty acids, and also it accelerates the gut transit time and gives some volume. Also, the starch works as absorbent to remove toxins from your body, because your liver produces these bile acids. Bile acids go to your intestine, and then bile acids also combine with these toxins. And to avoid that these toxins will go to blood again, you have to make short gut transit time. Also, you need some absorbent. Of course, you can use clay powder or charcoal or activated coal, but okay. Actually, if you consume enough of the resistant starch, up to 100 grams a day, it's no need to consume activated coal. But okay, it also can do it. Activated coal can go, as it is not consumed by bacteria, it can you can get constipation. So maybe a combination of it. So I tried clay and I tried bentonite clay and I tried this activated charcoal. Disappointed. Okay, consuming potato starch with citric acid and ascorbic acid can reduce its digestion in the small intestine, stimulate gastrointestinal motility, and shorten gut transit time. This is what I recommend. Consume with ascorbic acid, it is the cheapest, I mean the normal, the best way. Citric acid, or if you combine with lemon juice, also will work, but a little bit more time, and ascorbic acid at least more healthy and important to suppress senescent cells. In particular, ascorbic acid inhibits the digestive enzyme pancreatic alpha amylase. Okay, you can go. So ascorbic acid really better than citric acid. Additionally, magnesium salts can be used as mild laxatives, while potato starch and cassava starch with ascorbic acid are good sources of resistant starch. Edible mushrooms not only provide chitin and other prebiotics, but also numerous substances which are beneficial for health, including vitamins, some vitamin B, for example, and particularly vitamin D, and minerals like selenium and potassium, and antioxidant. Spermidine. Spermidine is extends longevity, by the way. So it is, if you consume mushrooms, it is good. It is good. For centuries, mushrooms were considered as elixir of life. So we mind that it is very healthy. So again, there are different type of starch and resistant starch, different type. So this cassava and potato starch, they are resistant starch type 2. And it is resistant because of molecular structure of this starch, so it is not consumed well. But there are other ways to produce like chemical bonding between the molecules. Okay, but resistant starch from cassava or from potato starch, cheap and easy to buy, and just powder. Combine it with ascorbic acid, it will be okay. Okay, mushrooms, okay, then you can take any kind of mushrooms. I prefer these oyster mushrooms because they are very cheap and they are very popular in Thailand. The price is about 1.5, close to 1 kilo, $1 American per kilo, so it's really cheap. So, and you can make some soup or combine it with meat, it's okay, with eggs. Up to you. In older age, the acidity of gastric juice and production of digestive enzymes are normally reduced in humans, which impairs protein digestion. And undigested protein can be used by pathogens in the colon to produce toxins, increase alkalinity, suppress gastrointestinal motility, and extend gut transit time. So this is why elderly people suffer from many autoimmune diseases and problems with inflammation, etc. Conversely, a strict carnivore diet may shorten lifespan. Yes, yeah. I love meat. I don't consume any plant-based foods, no fruits, no vegetables, only this starch, the only type of plant-based food. And but if you consume only this butter and meat, you will get constipation. Again, your gut transit time can go to 5-6 days. This what this enthusiasts of the strict carnivore diet they say, that they have no gas produced, no in the gut, and they can go to toilet once a week, and they consider it as benefits. I don't think so. I go to toilet maybe for defecation, I mean to poop 3-4 times a day. Yeah. This and my gut transit time, I believe, about 14, 15, 16 hours, shorter than 24, shorter than 1 day. So, okay, so I believe that it is much better. Okay, so large carnivores such as tigers, lions, and cheetahs are consuming red meat without any prebiotics, and they live a shorter life compared to large herbivores. Despite herbivores consume these toxins from grass and from plants, they live even longer. Okay, they have special digestive tract, so they remove this much of the toxins. But yet again, so this is again eating only red meat, and how it is very like people eat only beef, nothing else, beef and salt, nothing else, and okay, then they get problems. Okay, in Africa, people from Maasai tribes mostly follow a carnivore diet, but don't live considerably longer than their neighbors who are consuming a lot of plant-based foods. Meanwhile, a bowhead whales consuming krill with chitin as prebiotic live longer than 200 years. They die not from degradation of the body. They die mostly that they grow over time, and they cannot consume enough of the food, so they die from hunger. So combining animal protein with prebiotics may improve gastrointestinal motility, reduce production of toxins, and extend longevity. This is what I say. This is the base of my so-called modified carnivore diet. These Maasai people, they are beautiful people. They are good, strong, and tall, and but unfortunately, they don't live too long, 60 years, and they have this, problems with autoimmune diseases and etc. So they don't live long. So again, this is a good indication that what you have to do. In comparison with Maasai people, the people in Hong Kong live 90 years, almost 90 years. They consume the very large amounts of meat. I was in Hong Kong, and I saw, despite this, living conditions are not very good in Hong Kong. It is a very crowded place, but they eat a lot of seafood, a lot of meat, and but what else they add? The monosodium glutamate. Monosodium glutamate helps to remove ammonia from guts to outside, and because they transport ammonia to liver, and the liver produce urine, so the ammonia is consumed. So again, and it helps to shorten gut transit time. Okay, so at least monosodium glutamate works as very good tool to extend longevity. Eggs are a complete protein source, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids, and they also provide other vital nutrients like vitamin B12, iron, healthy fat. Yeah, I eat normally 6, 7 eggs, sometimes more. Eggs, particularly when cooked, have a highly digestible protein, which is processed efficiently by the body. It is also very quick digestion in the stomach, few hours only. The red meat has connective tissues that require longer time, up to 2 days in the stomach, and even then it is connective tissues are not digested. And this carnivore diet enthusiasts, they say, oh, this is connective tissue. They replace dietary fibers. Not, guys, not. Okay, this is a mistake. Eggs, some dairy products like whey protein and amino acids, again, amino acids are very cheap, at least in Thailand. They can effectively replace red meat to improve health in all the adults, as they provide high quality, easily digestible protein and essential amino acids, especially for maintaining muscle mass and preventing age-related muscle loss, so-called sarcopenia. Okay, so again, I do not say you that replace red meat or completely. I just, I love meat. I love red meat, and I eat maybe not every day, but sometimes every day. But again, if I eat red meat, I make it so that what is not digested go out like in microbits. So I shorten gut transit time, and then I have this no toxins produced in the colon from undigested connective tissue. So also sous-vide cooking of red meat with proteolytic enzymes. Proteolytic enzymes are already in the red meat, so you can just use this, or you can add. There are some enzymes available commercially. They can significantly improve digestibility of animal protein by breaking it down into short peptides and amino acids. So it's again also good idea. Buy this thermostat. It is not very expensive. It takes time up to 1 day. I mean up to 20 hours for cooking. But again, you just turn on and it goes, and cooking goes. There are also ways to cook in air convection oven with regulation of temperature. So this or that, you decide. Cooking in water, a little bit more complicated, so some people rely on it. In restaurants, such sous-vide cooking is available, but more expensive, of course, because more time to cook them. But again, eggs are very beneficial. Some of my students consume up to 15 eggs a day. I consume 7 eggs, but very high quality, these free-range eggs. And I cannot eat more because I eat also meat and amino acids also. This again, you can make omelette with mushrooms, very tasty, very good for health. Butter, every day eat butter. Start your morning in the morning with butter. Butyrate again, so healthy, from butter or produced in the colon from resistant starch also. So it has anti-inflammatory this activity. It also helps to induce apoptosis in some cancer cells and also in senescent cells. Okay, so conclusion, but by learning from nature and focusing on a diet of nutrient-dense animal food supported by specific gut health boosters, we can create an environment in our bodies that primed for long and vibrant way. Okay, you see, it's easy. Not a strict carnivore diet, but modified carnivore diet, like supported with some prebiotics, also with probiotics. Probiotics, you can use some yogurt or fermented dairy products, and whey protein is very beneficial. I consume every day a lot of whey protein because it's easy to digest, and so this is what I recommend. And again, even some vegetarians can follow this modified carnivore diet, because if you consume only butter and dairy products, fermented dairy products, whey protein, and amino acids, as I said, very cheap in Thailand. So what is the problem? If you don't want to eat red meat, and okay, if you're such a person that you don't want that some animals be killed, but okay, people grow, for example, chicken. I don't eat chicken. I buy chicken for my dogs. They love it, absolutely love it, eat chicken. And it's relatively cheap, and compared to red meat, like beef is very expensive here. Beef is $10 American per kilo. Cannot afford eating beef, but again, it is even better. So I eat some pork sometimes, and not every day, but almost every day I eat pork. Grilled pork, it is very healthy, very good. I mean, I love it. But if you do this, consume red meat, you have to shorten gut transit time, okay? Okay, so you can go to the source information, make your own research. Again, I remind you that you can support my project at least with pressing bell button and subscribing to my video, and like button also. Share your video. This you see, I am not promoting my channel, and because mostly I do this research for myself, for my own benefit, so I'm not much interested in to help many people. Again, I'm not getting any profit from YouTube, and also posting such video like I do, which are controversial. I mean, which are in much it is opposite to opinion of medical professionals and even to this carnivore and keto diet enthusiasts. So yeah, I don't want problems for me, but I will go. I will try to maybe circulate this information more. I think I work on it, but hopefully in next year, 2026, I will manage with some kind of business. So I expect, again, the advice in this information is for free. Some people who see improvement, radical improvement in the health, they donate to my project. And also, but I believe the commercial project can go into production of some advanced enzymes. I produced this advance myself. I was thinking to produce it in some much larger amounts, but again, my personal life, and also complications with war in Ukraine. I was getting some raw materials from Ukraine, for example, because I produce these advanced enzymes from honeycombs, from old honeycombs. So you can do it. I have some video you can arrange production of some these enzymes yourself, but I rely also that in future, if I will get enough support, I will produce enzymes which are really not only improving health, but also rejuvenating our bodies. So then we can live definitely eternal life. Okay, have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.